Solo entrepreneurs, big bucks from tiny computing startups. One-person companies are earning upward of $1 million in revenue annually. So what are they doing? They're doing percentage of the deal type thing. You know, they come in and say, we're not getting paid for the hour, we're getting paid for the value that we provide you. We provide you a certain amount of value, then we're gonna get this money. So we'll have these links up there for you. And especially if you're doing it with, within the internet and with the computer area, there are whole ways to do this. Actually, what's another good example? Day traders, import-export agents. They get paid on the percentage of the deals they do. The bigger the deals, the more money that they can make. And that's something for you to try to think about if you're going to start a business, is try to get into that thinking as opposed to getting paid by hours. Here's another example for you. Let's take a look at this company. Okay, nice little technology company here. They've been around a long time. Let's take a look at their products. So you can see here, they have a whole product list. So it's a nice technology company with a bunch of products. There you go. Nice technology, all this. How many people work in this company? This is a one-person firm. This is a one-person firm. And so what does he do? He can outsource the design, he can outsource the manufacturing, he can outsource the sales, he can outsource the service. So he has a multi-million-dollar revenue business, and it's one person. So these are things for you to think about. I have a friend who's a real estate developer out in California, and he's currently worth about 50 million bucks. He belongs to the Bel Air Country Club, and he just married somebody who's a lot younger than he is, bastard. Good-looking woman from Hollywood. Jack Nicholson, I got to go out to his wedding. Jack Nicholson is there. A lot of the Hollywood beautiful people are there. Bel Air Country Club, gorgeous, top shelf. He's only ever been a one-person firm. Never hired anybody. And he puts up thousands of houses in California and Texas. And again, what did he do? He says, hey, I need a lawyer for the zoning. I go on Craigslist to find a lawyer. I need an architect. I can find an architect. I need builders. I find contractors. I can do that, all that. He has this huge, in effect, company without the hassles of trying to deal with meeting a payroll. So there's some things for you to think about. Try to avoid hiring for as long as you can. Number 3, don't raise money. What's the first thing everybody tries to do? Oh, I gotta go out and raise money. I'm gonna go get a bank loan. So what are your sources of money? The first thing you gotta learn is you have to be all in. Everybody else is gonna expect you to be all in. So all your savings are gonna be in. All your, by the way, credit, your personal credit. Your credit cards are gonna be maxed out. I have a friend who started a business. He got his credit card debt up to $300,000. His wife's a little peeved at him, has told him he has to straighten it out by Christmas. I don't know what she's going to do. I don't want to know the or else. But, and there's a speaker last night at the EO thing, he got his personal credit card debt up to $375,000. So, by the way, here's a little thing for Northeastern, pay your tuition. Because if you pay your tuition, your credit rating goes up. You default on your tuition, credit rating goes down. So your savings, your credit is going to have to go in there. The other thing that goes in there is sweat equity. I mean, you're just going to be working, and maybe you get some of your buddies together to go there And the other way is through cash flow, through bootstrapping. So you start the business, and you may not be doing the exact thing you want to do to begin with, but you do something else to generate some money. And you take that money and put it back into the business. You don't have to raise money. Those are things you can do, and those are things you're going to have to do anyway. So what happens if you try to raise money from the outside sources? And here are the outside sources: friends and family, banks, and investors. What are the issues of raising money from friends and family? Yeah?
You might want to stake in the business.
Okay, sometimes they think there's a question of, are they giving you a loan, or are they making an investment? And if they're making an investment, then all of a sudden Uncle Joe has become your partner, and you may not want Uncle Joe to be your partner. What are some other issues about getting friends and family involved?
Oh, they don't have any money in the first place.
Well, hopefully you'll find friends who have money, but that's true if you're hanging around with lowlifes.
The business fails, it makes holidays awkward.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is coming up, and your personal relationships can go down the tubes. So if you're willing to risk that, I'm actually on the board of a company that's up in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Nice little technology startup. And so I go up for a meeting, and the guy who actually started the business takes me out for coffee. So we go to the Dunkin' Donuts. He walks into the Portsmouth Dunkin' Donuts. The person who's working behind the counter says, "How's the business doing?" He says, "Oh, this is Professor Friar from Northeastern. He's an expert. He'll tell you." I don't have a clue as to how the business is doing, but the business is doing great. Go out to lunch. The maitre d' goes, "How's the business going?" The waiter says, "How's the business going?" He raised money from everybody in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And I found out my main job was to assure them that the money was being spent wisely. What's going to happen to this guy if this business doesn't work? He's got to move. So one of the things you have to try to manage here when you raise money from friends and family, can you do it in a way that's not going to piss off relationships? Because yeah, it does get real nasty when you come for Thanksgiving holiday or Christmas holiday or whatever, and Uncle Joe's in the back going, "Where the hell's my money?" "Come on, John, I want to talk to you. Let's go out in the backyard here. Where the hell's my money?" And then you stop showing up, and that's not fun.